G'day everyone, welcome back. Wheel Talk Wednesday, episode 6. Up at Bonnie Hills near Port Macquarie, about 15 minutes out of Port Macquarie. Bit windy. Just came out of nowhere. It was pretty nice this afternoon, so that was pretty good. So up here for the next 4 days, I think it is. And then, hey bud, how are ya? And then I'll start heading back home again. Hustle and chill, what's happening? Anyway, got a few questions tonight. A lot of all different ones actually, and I also found out some information about the nav that's pretty crucial. Like Breed 4x4, what's going on, bud? So yeah, let's get straight into it. Justin, hey man. Got a couple of guys that were just telling me I had to see their page. So how he's going? Built Colorado, how he's going? KC MP300, Milk 2.0, Milky 2.0, what's happening? Bloody, righto, let's get into it. Trev 57, MP300. Would you be keen on doing a killie loop in the next few weeks? Yeah, mate, for sure. If I'm home, I'd be keen as going for a run, to be honest. It'd be bloody good to get out again. So, yeah, mate, send us a message. I'd be keen as. Australian 4x4, four-wheel drive, BT50 Ranger. Enough about the wheel covers. What's happening with the jumpers? So, yep, I've finally got some jumpers coming. I know everyone's been hounding me for some. I've actually got some new warm ones coming, which would be awesome. Redesign them a little bit. Should have a couple of samples in the next week or so. So as soon as I signed off on the samples, I'll put them up so everyone can grab them. So, cheers, guys. I know you've all been hanging out for it, so I appreciate it. So thank you. Evie Doc. No, I'll speak to you then. I don't know what that means, but righto, too easy. Hopefully you'll join in tonight. Hayden, top 3 muddies to run. Ooh, that's a good one actually. I've had these Kumo K7 ones. They're now being dropped. BT50 2020. How you going, bud? Hey, Marky, how are you, man? Not far from you actually, Marky. A couple of hours north. Yeah, I've always run the Kumo K7 ones. They've been dropped by Kumo now. They've got a new redesigned muddy. They look pretty good. Obviously, I haven't tested them, so I don't really know what they go off-road. I know a few of my mates are right into the Nidos. They love them. I've heard they've gone up a fair bit in price and they're pretty hard to come by. And everything I've been reading at the moment, everyone's been loving these Maxxis. So they might be the next tire I give a bit of a go with. I've heard some pretty positive things about it and everyone's loving them. So yeah, might give them a bit of a go. But yeah, I'd have to say me Kumos, AJ Welsh, what's happening, bud? Kumos, the Maxxis and the Nidos are pretty good as well. Hey, Jonesy, what's happening, bud? So yeah, Brock Off-Roader, when are we going to see this secret suspension? Mate, it's still a little bit off, unfortunately. COVID's absolutely crushed us. So we're just, yeah, I can't give you a date. I don't have a date. It's just, yeah, there's going to be a waiting thing at the moment. So it is coming. We just, yeah, bide our time, mate. It will be cool. Don't you worry. Marky, does traction control work with the rear locker on? Because in my 13 model, it doesn't. Lies. Sorry, Aiden. I don't mean to disappoint you, mate. No, the traction control turns off, which I guess my other question is, why do you want it on? I always had heaps of dramas with my traction control on in the nav. I don't know what it's like with the BT, but yeah, I normally rathered it off. In the nav, I actually used to rip out the relay just so it would actually 100% turn off. Because when it was twin locked, it used to drop power in the front all the time. So yeah, let us know why you want to know that, man. Sorry. Marty Ryan, why go an IFS front again and not a solid axle? Mate, don't know. Price, I guess. I can't afford a solid axle unless I go old school. And all the older cars that are good solid axle are just worth a fortune. Obviously, I had Pablo. That was an awesome four-wheel drive. Regret selling that every day of the week. But yeah, mate, IFS. I go most places where everyone else goes. May do it a bit harder, but you know, I like them. Obviously a bit newer technology, but technology fails, as we all know. So yeah, mate, to tell you the truth, it's mainly just the way new cars are going. Yeah, I could have got a 76, 79. I just can't afford it, man. So yeah, that's why I just want another BT. And I tell you what, I'm really, really loving it. It's going so good. Had no issues. The fuel's still not great. I think my biggest issues is the DPF, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. So yeah, just have to keep seeing how it goes and keep enjoying it. It's been good. Thanks for your question, man. Michael, towing mirrors. What do you use and why? On this now, I've got tough terrain tow mirrors, which a few people have said that apparently they're not selling them now to the new B250, which I don't understand why. Apparently it's something to do with the plugs, but I had no issues with it. Mine plug and played straight away, so is what it is. I have used Cleared Views before. Main reason I went these guys is because they helped me out and they're a cheaper mirror. I was keen to see how they went, and honestly, they're going really good. There is a little bit of vibration, but realistically, they're pretty, well, not even pretty similar. They're nearly identical to the Clear Views. They slide out a bit easier than the Clear Views, which could be why maybe they shake a little bit more. But other than that, yeah, no, I really love them, so it's good. How much fuel do you chew towing the van up to Bonny Hills? I'm guessing half a tank and about 17s. Mate, today, yeah, 100%. And I had the van emptied of water and everything. And yeah, I still sat on about, and I was sitting on about 100 Ks an hour coming up. And yeah, I was sitting on about 17s, 16 and a half to 17s. Constantly used just under, probably just under half, I reckon. But yeah, it's been absolutely, it was smashing on the way up here. Temperatures are really good, so I've been watching the temps, which was awesome. Same trip, came up here with the nav, and my temps were really high. So that was good to see that the temperatures were way down. But yeah, what do you sit unloaded? In the van or in the BT, man? Yeah, let us know. What was one of the other questions? So one of the things I was speaking to CRG, I think that's how you say his name. I hope I don't get it wrong. Sorry, bud, if I did. During the week, and he enlightened me a fair bit on so when you modify the navs, apparently as soon as you take off that front bumper, the intake temps just skyrocket. So a lot of you would know that I was getting intake temps sitting around 80 to 100 towing the van. It was crazy. Unless you question a sec, Just. Yeah, it was crazy. Hot days in summer, it was nearly killing it. I was sitting up, I got up to 112 degrees intake temps, which is absolutely crazy for a car. And I was speaking to him, and apparently he's done a lot of testing, and he said that as soon as you drop that bumper, you've got to look at replacing the intercooler. So I know a lot of people that follow me have got the navs. So if you're not watching those intake temps, I recommend it, because he said if you're getting super high temps, which I know not many people towing, but yeah, even when I was running around, like just with the bikes on the back, I was sitting on around 80 degrees, which is hectic. So yeah, and he said it can eventually just crack the piston, which mine did. I was 100% on the fuel, had all the testing. People said it was fuel, but the more testing they did, they reckon it was overloading, and apparently overloading could be the intake temp. So it could have been my own fault, dropping that bull bar on it. But we don't know. It did get a bad batch of fuel, the test showed, but the whole 112 degrees intake temps is no good. So yeah, anyone with a nav, definitely need to be watching those intake temp guys. I can't recommend it enough. And if you've thought about replacing that intercooler, do it, because it's really worth it. So apparently at 80 Ks, he was telling me that when they do the aerodynamic testing or something, when you put a bull bar on, it's actually pushing more air away from the car than what's actually going through the intercooler. So yeah, guys with navs, definitely watch out for it. Don't get bitten. I'd really feel sorry for you if you did. Fuel economy, without the van. So the fuel economy on the truck right now is sitting around the 13 and a half. That's at 40 PSI, just me in the truck. Old B, like Big Blue, the old BT, 10s, 11s all day long. Yeah, it was a manual, but no DPF. And everything I'm reading is these DPFs have put them up easy a litre. So, yeah, it's absolutely hectic. And I know I could just remove it, but at the moment, as we were talking last week, it's just not something I'm looking at doing. 100 k's is the sweet spot for towing. 110 they chew a bit more. Yeah, don't get me wrong. A couple of times when I'm getting close to home, I will speed up, and you can pretty much watch the gauge just disappear. It's pretty bad, but I've got 35-inch tyres. Like, who's the idiot? It's not the car. It's more me. So, no, I think if I can just sit around that 100 k's an hour, it's still pretty good. I know some of the bigger guys are like in the patrols and the 200 series and things like that. They're up around the 18, 20 litres, stock standard towing vans. So, I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. And plus, once I get up here, unhook, then I can go anywhere. Probably going to go across to Point Plummer tomorrow. Have a look up there. We were hoping to stay up there, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. It's pretty busy. I can't believe how many people are kind of escaping. So that's pretty crazy. But so we'll head up there. But yeah, there wasn't a great deal of questions this week. I get hit a fair bit on YouTube as well, which I'm sorry that I didn't write them down and I've got no reception to check it. Sorry. So I'll have to get back to you on that. But what was the other one? Oh, am I replacing the airbox in the BT? No. I'm going to leave it stock standard. Obviously, it's got the snorkel and everything on it. 12 months warranty at the moment when I got that snorkel installed. So as soon as that gets close, I'll probably pull the snorkel back out and reseal it myself. I got a lot of flack about sealing up that one-way valve in the airbox. Look, personal preference, but new Hiluxes don't even come with it. I went over next door neighbours and was helping him with his new Hilux, and the snorkel went on. He's got one of those Air Max snorkels, the new Safari snorkel, and I said, "Oh, do we have to seal up the airbox?" And he said, "What are you on about?" And we checked it all out, fully sealed. So people that were telling me, "Oh, you're going to stuff it," mate. One, Safari heads are designed to get rid of the water, but two, that valve only works when the car's actually turned off. So if there's water going in there anyway, it's going to be stuck in there. So I do check it because people have hit me up. But yeah, no, it's been pretty good. I've had no issues with it. Heaps less issues than the Steno, which I know probably ticks a lot of people off, but it's the truth and that's what it is. So one of the other questions I got is how those sliders are going. Put up a post, I think this afternoon. I've been testing them flat out. Absolutely been epic bits of gear. Had them on the nav, couldn't bend them. Had them on this thing for a bit now, couldn't bend them. So yeah, they've been going pretty good. Anyone else got any other questions while I'm on here? Tell you what, it's pretty fresh up here. Hoping to go for a spearfish, which will be awesome tomorrow. But looks like I've got everyone. Big tank time. Tell me about it. I've got a few mates that have got big tanks now, including, I'm pretty sure you've got one too, don't you, Margie? Yeah, I've thought about it. I just don't know how much I'm going to get from it, to be honest, if it's worth the payout. What sort of van do you have, man? Full on-road or semi-off-road? Lithium setup or AGM? I've got a few. Sorry, dude. I didn't see half these questions for some reason. Cosbarber. Mate, I'm reading off the size of it because that's how good I am. It's a Journey Outback 17.5 2018 model. They claim to be off-road. I'd call it semi-off-road. It does have the independent suspension, but I reckon the van would fall apart inside if you took it hectic off-road. Just AGM battery setup. Probably going to go to lithium, actually. Have been doing my research on it. It's got about 180, I think, amp hour I got at the moment. So I want to try and increase that up to 300. But yeah, man, it's a great little van. Shower, toilet, bunks. Is a pop top, but yeah, no, I really, really love it. It's been really handy. It was a good price. yeah, no, I'm actually absolutely loving it, man. Marky, what did you say? Did you have any trouble with blow intercooler hoses on Big Blue? Are you going to go down to silicon hoses? Good question, man. No, I didn't even know it was a problem. The first time I knew it was a problem was I was at Tuneworks for the nav, and a guy came in asking if they had any stock hoses. And while I was there, I said, "Oh man, how'd you do it? Like, you running more boost? What's the go?" He said, "Oh no, they're renowned for it." And then I looked in and found out. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go get silicon hoses for it. I know Corey had silicon hoses on his BT back in the day, and he had no issues with it. But yeah, I had no issues with Big Blue. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get them on this one, just to cover all bases. You know, I don't want to be way out. There's talk of me doing bit of a support crew for guys riding across the Simpson Desert later in the year. So I'm pretty keen on that, and I don't want to be the idiot out there who's supposed to support the other guys on the bikes, and here I am blowing hoses or something simple like that. So yeah, man, I most definitely will. Did you get asked about the new BT reveal? No, I didn't, Elliot. I did see it. I know it doesn't look as bad as whatever everyone's going on about. I think that it just looks like a D-Max, honestly. I don't think it's that big a deal what everyone's been on about. Smaller engine, but it's a bulletproof engine. I'm pretty sure it's the same engine from last year, isn't it, in the D-Max? So D-Max have got a good engine, Isuzu. Like, yeah, I don't think they're going to be as bad as what everyone's making out, but you know, time will tell. New model, there's always issues. Are you going to run airbag rear assist? Aiden, man, possibly. I did run that in a couple of other cars, and it was quite jarry in the back seat. I watched the little man in the back seat when I had the airbags in the nav, and it looked really harsh on him. So it's going to be hard because, you know, I want flex, which means I'm going to have to run a softer leaf, but then I'm going to have to run the airbags. So yeah, it's a bit of a top-up situation that I'm in at the moment. So yeah, that's where I'm at. KC MP300, missed my question. Sorry, dude. What was your question? I'll run back over it for you. MP. I didn't get it, man. Where's it at? Tell me what your question is, dude. Sorry, I must have missed it. Marky, let's take the van down McBride's, road test it. For sure. Easy Outback. Opinions on the new BT50? Just talking about it, man. Yeah, I don't hate it. Let's see how it goes. The 127 litre doesn't in the long range. It's flush with the chassis. Oh, okay. So there's all different models. Dirty Off-Road stickers. How you going, guys? Trying to catch up with everyone. Sorry. Where's KC MP300? What was the question, man? I can't. I'll scroll back a bit. Unless you just hit me up with it again. Will be the go. I can't find it, man. Sorry, dude. There's heaps of people joining. Basie, what's going on, bud? Yes, I've got my drink. Where is it? Down here. Where are you going? Happy hump day. Happy hump day to everyone, actually. Oh, see if old mate sends a question through. I'm so sorry, man. I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where it is, to be honest. I probably missed it. It's probably my bad. There we go. Given your time with the BT, would you prefer the BT or the nav? Ah, man, easy. Look, they both have good points. I know a few people they're a bit upset about about me ditching the nav, but you know, how many chances can you do it? Thanks, Aiden. Yeah, I love the BT at the moment. There's no issues with it. Last time on the nav, it had already been in the shop twice. It's got 9,000 Ks on it now. So, yeah. So at the moment, the BT's winning, but I do miss the sound of my nav, the exhaust sound, not the intake, and I do miss the rear coil. I tell you what, it was absolutely unbelievable. Like that suspension setup I had was absolutely unreal. Thoughts on the 2014 XLT Ranger? Dad wants to sell me his beast. Mate, good thing. Pre-DPF, you shouldn't have any issues. yeah, it's pretty much the same as what Big Blue was. Big Blue was 2013. So yeah, man, no issues. Manual order. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so mate, yeah, I do miss parts of the nav, but honestly, I've had what 5 people now message me about they found mine for sale. I don't know how people are working out that it's mine for sale, but yeah, they found it for sale, and they hit me up about it, finding out what's going on. And apparently, one bloke said he could get it for 26,500, and that's what they traded it for. So they must be pretty desperate to get rid of it. Okay, Murdered MP300. Have you been to Five Rocks up north, mate? I have. It is awesome. Couldn't work out how to get down, but I've been up to that area, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, did that big hill climb. It was awesome. I loved it up there. Do you rate the sliders? Ads, mate. I was literally just talking about them. Yep, absolutely love them. They're good. Navara 4x4, you missed it, man. I'm running the tough terrain mirrors, and they're real good. Had no issues. They do shake a little bit, but it's not horrible. You can definitely see them. On your old BT50, did you run body lift? Yes, I did. I ran a 1-inch body lift. I have no idea why. I was back in the day where I thought I needed to be huge. So yeah, I ran 1-inch body lift. I don't know why I put it in. It was just one of those things that, yeah, it was cool at the time, I guess you'd call it. So yeah, I did that. No worries, man. Manual 50,000 kilometers, pretty stock really, but build it like the old man. Yeah, you'll love it. Oh, mate, you will love it up there. It's so good. Jacob, what's going on, bud? Yeah, Fire, it's awesome up there, man. Enjoy. What was one of the other questions? I think I got it. VAR 4x4. Yeah, man. As I was saying, tough terrain. Have run Clearviews before. Clearviews are a good mirror, don't get me wrong, but they're also this. So yeah, I'm pretty keen. I went these tough terrains. I've had I know a few people on here have actually bought them, and yeah, they've been loving them too. They think they're a good mirror. Are you happy with the BT50 fuel economy? Nope, definitely not. But at the moment, it's not really big on my agenda, man, to be honest. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, I think it's that DPF is just killing it. What suspension kit did you have in the old BT? So I had, it was a combination. There you go, Batesy agrees, those mirrors are good, man. So yeah, the suspension in the old BT, it was Tough Dog rear, 2-inch, 300 kilo constant load. It was Tough Dog leaves, I should say. MRR, Dobinson rears, and MRR, Dobinson's front. Stock upper control arms, King's springs on the front of those shocks, and it was mint. It was rough on the Dobbo springs, but yeah, when I mixed them up with the King springs, they were really good. So yeah, no, it was good. It was a cheap kit. I know a few people have had issues with Dobbos. I know one of my mates had some good issues with it. Hello, Anna. I thought you were watching a movie. Yeah, I know some other people that have run them and they've had some issues. They're renowned for what's the word, sag. But mate, I thought they were, for the price, I thought they were good spring, good shock, and they worked. I never made them leak, so I got 110,000 out of them, which was pretty good out of that. So yeah, I was pretty stoked with it. All right, is there any other questions I might have missed, or you guys want to know? Cruising for a little bit now. Hey bros, you done anything with the gearing for the 35s, and how far is the speedo out? Okay, good question. D Maximus 13? D Max. Sick, that's clever. Mate, I haven't. No, it's stock gearing. Little bit laggy off the bottom. It's not too bad. Speedo's way out. It's like 10%. So yeah, doing 100, you're doing 110. It's caught the misses out a few times. I'm used to it, obviously. But yeah, I'm probably not going to re-gear it. It's not that big of a deal for me. yeah, it still tows the van fine. When I was fully loaded going up to Gloucester, you all might have seen that my springs were fully inverted. Don't recommend you doing that, but yeah, I had some weight in it, and it was still good. So you know, if it can handle that, I feel like it can handle anything. Batesy BT50, what size suspension was it in the front? Okay, so it was 3.5, I think, the old one. Yeah, I was always chasing more and more height out of it, and I don't get what I was doing. But yeah, it was 3.5 suspension, 1 inch body, and then the 35s. And I was even looking at going to 2 inch body, but it's not necessary. I don't know why I was doing it. Touch wood. I don't want to jinx myself, and I probably shouldn't say it, but I've cruised past so many higher patrols lately, and I haven't even looked twice. I'll look at the stickers, but that's about it. Hey Kenny, hey man, how are ya? Yeah, so I'm going to try and keep this thing low. And as Aiden was saying before, at least with the airbags, I can go back to flexi rears. I've seen the D-Max build, I think his name is, and even another bloke, I can't remember his name, but yeah, the D-Max build, he's got his rears are just absolutely hectic. They look so good, but I think it'd just squat with the weight of the van. So, but yeah, nah, mate, it's not too bad. Do you use weight distribution hitch when you're down the van? No, I don't, man. It's funny you say that. I was talking to one of my other mates about those weight distribution hitches, and obviously I've never had much to do with it, but correct me if I'm wrong. If I go off-road, the slightest bits, they don't work, like that just pops off. But yeah, I haven't used one. Look, for stock rears, it's handling the weight not too bad. So when it's got the full water and everything in it, water, van's loaded. The only thing I try and carry on the tray is obviously the rear tyre. Everything else I try and put in the van, and I try to play with my balance as well in the van to try and balance everything up. But yeah, mate, having you on might help take a bit of weight off the springs. Yeah, 100%. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to go. I'm still trying to work out what weight to go. I don't know whether to go to 0 to 300 or 300 constant. I think I need to go 300 constant in the rear. We're trying to work that out. I was hoping to have them in by this week before I came up here just to test them, but didn't happen, unfortunately. But that's all good. So yeah, that's probably the next two mods. Is one's to get this damn trundle drawer underneath the car because I'm over all my recovery gear in the back seat, and two is to get these leaf sorted in the rear because yeah, it's just squatting a bit. But anyway, guys, I better get going because otherwise I'm just going to ramble on for ages. Has anyone else got any other questions before I get going? Still good. Oz Raw Adventures. Hey guys, how you going? You've just missed it, guys. We're just about to call it quits. Has anyone got any other questions or missed anything? Stop rambling. Thanks, Anna. It's great support, babe. Anyway, guys, all right. On that note, thanks everyone for tuning in. Same time, Wednesday next week. Probably be at home, I think. Might actually be home for once, which would be good. But Mrs. is brutal. I know. She's pretty harsh, isn't she? Anyway, guys, have an awesome week. Have a safe week. I'll see you next week. Bye.